Get a cup, get a cup, get a cup. Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome back to another video on Fresh Gets Limit. Today, we'll be reacting to Goku versus Superman. Dragon Ball versus DC Comics Death Battle. By Death Battle. Now, I really like the Death Battles. This is Goku versus Superman. I don't know all that much about Goku. Now, I know all of Superman's powers, but I do not know all of Goku's, so I cannot make a prediction yet. So we're going to get into this, and I'll make my prediction before the final battle. But yeah, with that being said, let's begin.
Fight! Son Goku,
Superman.
it's time to answer the ultimate question, and we're taking it all into play.
We're examining Superman's extensive mainline comic book canon. Given Dragon Ball Super's contentious continuities, we'll include all three, just to be thorough, plus Dragon Ball Heroes.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and...
Let me get this straight. So with Superman, you're just going from the canon, comics. But with Goku, you're going from every single thing that he's been in and the different, there's some variations. So it sounds like he's getting the upper hand right away.
and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Far away, in an enchanted land, an old master found a boy and marveled at his uncommon strength. This is the story of Son Goku.
Chances are, if you've watched some localized anime, you can thank this guy.
Inspired by martial arts films and his wife's interest in Chinese culture, Akira Toriyama crafted the story and the character that would define generations to come.
Dragon Ball! Kakarot was born a low-class Saiyan on the planet Vegeta, narrowly escaped its destruction by Frieza, and was raised on Earth by happy old Grandpa Gohan.
Not just raised, but trained.
So Goku's over 40 years old? Wow, he's one of the oldest people so far. Hobbies, eating, napping, and sports. Sounds like the average 40-year-old's hobbies, honestly.
Gohan began Goku's teachings in martial arts, which he would find to be his true calling under the guidance of Master Roshi. Specifically, he learned the Kame-sen and Ryu style, which focuses on discipline and tenacity, both of which strongly define Goku's character.
The more he learned, the more he wanted to improve. This little low-class monkey boy would prove that hard work and
I don't think you can say that.
dedication can beat raw talent. Within just a few years, he was so strong, the only worthy teachers left were gods. And a talking cat, but mostly gods. When you're training to dodge lightning, you know you're a few leagues over everyone else.
He did have a slight advantage. Saiyans are naturally superhuman. They also take Nietzsche's famous words, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger," very, very
Love the background music going on.
literally.
It's almost unfair how much of a boost in power they get after they're hurt.
While Saiyans like Vegeta may have abused this trait, it suits Goku. No matter how many times you knock him down,
Over 9,000!
stronger than before.
It helps that he knows so many cool combat moves, like the Kamehameha.
An incredibly powerful technique that focuses one's ki into a single point for a devastating beam.
So challenging, it took Roshi decades to master, but Goku got it in like 5 seconds.
It's incredibly versatile, with over 50 different variations. For example, Goku can curve the beam after firing, or even shoot it from his feet.
But unlike most
How powerful is the beam? It's powerful, but do they have a way of mathematically finding out how powerful it is? Because it's cool, and it's powerful. And I'm thinking it's probably stronger than Superman's, laser eyes, right? So, I don't know.
Saiyans, he doesn't just use ki to blow shit up. Moves like the Solar Flare, Energy Landbind, and God Bind require a lot more strategy and planning.
Because while Goku isn't exactly book smart, he is a genius when it comes to martial arts. He doesn't just train to conquer his opponents, but to conquer himself.
He's also got some different moves, like trapping you in a rice cooker.
Well, pretty much any container could be used for the Mothama sealing technique.
Then there's Kaioken, aka instant steroids. Goku's multiplied his power by 20 with it before, and in a movie, he even got it up to times 100. What a badass!
The Genki Dama, or Spirit Bomb, is potentially his strongest attack, but it requires considerable time. Unlike instant transmission, which is a teleport that's instant. The way it works is Goku detects another person, like a sort of beacon, then teleports to their location by launching himself through an alternate dimension where time stands still.
See, that's friggin' sick. So far, I'm thinking he might have the upper hand over Superman. Superman's practically invincible on Earth, but on his home planet, at least from my knowledge, they're just like normal people. and they don't have all these abilities, right? But on Earth, you know, he can fly, he got laser eyes, super strong, but I think Goku might have the upper hand, at least so far.
Yes, according to the Daizenshuu guidebook, it's a dimension hop. You can actually see this in between space in some movies and games.
And the dubs wanted us to think it shot Goku's molecules around at light speed. Silly English.
The dubs did more than that. In fact, early dubs of Dragon Ball Z tried to rewrite Goku as a Superman figure. Even his famous speech on Namek about being the light in the darkness was originally about him coming to terms with his Saiyan heritage, accepting his anger and pride, avenging his people by defeating Frieza, and declaring himself the Super Saiyan.
Hell yeah.
I'm loving the background music. The background music is actually, I don't know, it's so good compared to, did this just switch? The background music I'm loving.
If there's any scene that deserves the word epic, it's when he went gold. Super Saiyan and its sequels all have official power multipliers, but they threw us for a loop by turning Goku into a god.
Super Saiyan God certainly changed things up. Goku gained Divine Ki, a
Okay, he's definitely gonna win if he's able to use it, like have this ability.
pure form of Ki unspoiled by mortal hands. Unlike normal Ki, it can't be detected and appears to have healing properties.
Kinda like Senzu beans. Did you know one Senzu has so much healing juice it can regenerate a person's lost limbs? They're missing out.
God Goku reached a level of power that could compete with the greatest of deities, nearly shattering the whole universe with a single clash on his first go. Dragon Ball's cosmology is unique. This model is said to be an accurate depiction of Universe 7, but there's a wrinkle there. When all of humanity went to heaven,
Because Boo went berserk.
Fidel commented that heaven is just as large as a universe, and the Daizenshuu backs her up.
And, that's heaven. Big planet.
So let's scale things up with that in mind. Doing so would make Universe 7 over 1,500 times larger than our own observable universe.
Wow.
And Goku could destroy that much the first time he went god.
If he's taking this power into the battle, he's gonna win. Like, I know Superman's abilities, and this can't compete.
And he didn't lose that power. He learned how to use it even better, even in base form. Now, imagine how much stronger he became when he stacked Super Saiyan on Super Saiyan God and became Super Saiyan Blue.
Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
Yeah, not saying that. Or after he trained with some almighty angels. Or when he perfected the blue hairdo and stacked Kaioken on top of that.
Goku
This is so insane compared to what Superman can do. There's no way I'm thinking Superman's gonna win this. Like, his invincibility. I actually don't know what causes his invincibility. Because on his home planet, he wouldn't be. What about Earth makes him invincible or have like that, like a bolt will reflect off him and stuff? I don't know. But even if it just makes his skin really tough or whatever, Goku's so overpowered compared to him. I don't really see, you know, him winning.
has certainly performed great feats with God Ki, breaking through Hit's time stop by forcing himself into the future, holding off Infinite Zamasu, who was a sentient timeline, defeating Jiren, who shook the entire world of Void by just walking.
He even tried out Hakai, the destruction god move that nopes you out of existence. Your being
He friggin' Thanos snapped him before there was Thanos.
and your soul erased from all of time and space.
Culminating in his greatest form, Ultra Instinct.
Chrome Goku isn't a normal transformation, it's a state of mind. Ultra Instinct is the highest peak of martial arts, subconsciously making optimal choices because you're in the zone, doing without
He's
thinking.
locked in.
Something Goku has always been training to do. Technically,
That's how I get when I'm gaming, you know? I get locked in like that and I just start making the best decisions.
it can be used
The
in any
ultimate gamer
but when
form.
perfected, autonomous Ultra Instinct makes you untouchable. No matter what comes his way, Goku will automatically dodge, block, and counter to the best of his ability. Even
So that's friggin' like, there's no way you're gonna be able to compete with Superman. Like, there's no way Superman's gonna be able to compete with you.
pushing his body well beyond his physical limits. So far beyond, in fact, Ultra Instinct can summon a massive avatar to defend him when his own body can't.
That sounds
See, that's
really
crazy.
intense.
It is, which is why he's developed incremental versions of it for specific uses. It's extremely difficult to maintain the full form for long.
Until you get to Dragon Ball Heroes, aka Dragon Ball fanfiction gone Kaioken times 1,000.
While technically a different continuity, CC Goku is functionally a stand-in for the mainline Goku. His history and powers are the same, making his story just as much of a what-if scenario as the multiple super continuities. The only real difference is Toriyama's not really involved.
This Goku used instant transmission to teleport through time and dimensions. He outsped a god who could see the future.
See, what can freaking Superman do? Hold a plane up, reflect a bullet. And then you have Goku doing all this stuff. There is no comparison.
Defeated Dark King Fu, who was gonna rewrite the entire universe. Hell, this series even makes GT cool. Xeno Goku can break space-time just by going Super Saiyan 4.
Looking back at that goofy monkey boy chopping wood and punching dinosaurs, it's almost overwhelming to think about how far Goku has come, how much he's had to face.
But no matter the challenge, he takes it head-on and pushes through.
Showing everyone, everywhere, how to go even further beyond.
Now, I wonder what age is Goku going to be, or what level in his training is he going to be when he's fighting Superman? Is he at the top, or is he just starting out? You know, when do they meet and have a fight? Because that could determine, you know, the success of Superman. But I'm thinking Goku is going to win this easily. Like, I don't really see Superman being able to do anything here.
Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superman.
Geez, just a locomotive? People in the 40s needed bigger imaginations.
Born on the far
Yeah, you have Goku who could traverse time and space and all this crap, and then this guy's just going a little bit faster than a train.
off-world of Krypton, the infant Kal-El was sent to Earth by his parents, narrowly escaping Krypton's destruction. Raised by farmers as Clark Kent, he eventually became Superman, champion of the oppressed, the man of tomorrow.
If you've only seen the movies, forget them. Comic book Clark's not the perfect Boy Scout.
Now, this is what I'm intrigued about, because I'm not one to do comic book stuff, and I like the movies. I saw the Superman movie, the one with Henry Cavill. I saw the one with him like a month ago, and it's a great movie. I really like it. So I'm familiar with the movie abilities, but if he doesn't even have those, when I was comparing Goku to Superman, I was going with Superman with the movie abilities. But if he doesn't even have those, what the there's no comparison.
And he's definitely not Jesus. Wait, weren't the guys who made him Jewish?
Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster were sons of Jewish immigrants and grew up in a time when anti-Semitism went largely unchallenged.
And then that ugly mustache showed up.
Understandably seeking escape from some truly terrifying horrors, the pair created Superman to be a simple solution to overwhelming problems.
A hero who could defeat any evil by just punching it. Hell yeah, that's how I live my life.
After almost 9 decades, Superman has been many things. At the core, his story is one of a refugee, a child who lost his home, left to the mercy of alien people. This new world accepted him, raised him, gave him a new home, because helping others in need.
Favorite food is beef Burlington with ketchup. What the frig, is this real? His hobbies are definitely more of a smart person's hobbies rather than Goku, whose hobbies are just sleeping and eating.
Need is the right thing to do. That's why he became a superhero, the first superhero.
Everything's gotta start somewhere, but he was the
Wait, was he the first? No way, he's the first superhero. Who was the first superhero? Like, was Stan Lee around before this or around this time making superheroes as well? Or like, who was the first superhero? I actually don't know.
first one to really take off. I mean, not literally. It took a while, actually, before he learned how to fly.
In fact, when Clark discovered his Kryptonian heritage, he struggled to accept it and subconsciously developed mental blocks, severing him from his true power, which he would uncover throughout his life.
He's strong enough to shoulder press the weight of the Earth for 5 days straight, or crush
What?
coal into perfectly cut diamond.
That's not how that works.
He's fast enough to reach the edge of the universe in seconds, or even break the bonds of infinity.
He's actually more overpowered than the movies. Okay, maybe there's a little bit of a competition now. The comic book seems insane compared to the movies now. What the frig is this? He could burst the very bonds of infinity. What does that mean? That's crazy powerful.
Wait, he can do all that, but Batman can punch him out? Really?
You're probably thinking of Elseworld stories outside main canon like Dark Knight Returns. It's a good question.
The Batman vs. Superman movie, it was so bad. Oh my goodness, it was so bad. Some people may like it, but oh my word, that was hard.
Though, Superman Superman's powers have fluctuated over time for a variety of reasons. However, for Death Battle, we take the characters at their best.
Yeah, like how his breath is so powerful he can sneeze away a solar system or blow air cold enough to freeze ghosts.
Speaking of, his X-ray vision doesn't just see through walls, he can see through your
Clothes.
own body and mind to examine your soul.
And yet, he can't see through lead. That's okay though, he can just burn through it with his face. Since he gets his power from the yellow sun, his heat vision burns with the fire of a star. And if beams aren't enough, he can blast it out of his whole body for a super flare. It used to totally drain him, but he's learned how to control it.
Simply put,
He is friggin' OP too. This is gonna be extreme. I don't know who's gonna win this because he's definitely more powerful in this than the movies. So yeah, I have no idea who's gonna win this.
Superman's powers defy physics. My favorite examples of this are when he rebuilt the reality warping miracle machine from memory, or punched Brainiac so hard every version of him felt it through all of time, or when he gained 10 years worth of medical training through only 5 minutes of reading and then successfully performed lung surgery.
See, that's cool and that's impressive, but we're talking about Goku that we're going against. This ability is not going to be necessary or needed or applied in the fight, so I don't think it matters. I just think the fact that he can go just as fast as Goku, I guess. So I think the fight's gonna be kind of balanced. I'm still leaning towards Goku.
Nice. My favorite example is when he smelled brownies in North Dakota from orbit.
Even beyond his powers, Superman is no novice when it comes to the intricacies of battle.
He's trained in Kryptonian martial arts, which uses chi, or as they call it, Shriyar. He even got summoned to Asgard to fight demons with Thor for 1,000 years.
Superman
Wow. Okay, that's pretty cool. He's had a lot of fighting experience with Thor. You know, with the fact that you have them calling you definitely makes you, as you know, they definitely have a high opinion of you if you're fighting with Thor. That's crazy.
Man can resist being erased from existence, such as tanking Darkseid's Omega Beams. Even Retcon and the Time Trapper, both of which hijack and alter timelines, can't touch him. Not because of his powerful mental defenses or healing factor, but because he's a cosmic linchpin in the greater metaverse.
Timelines literally revolve around him.
But let's address the S-shaped elephant in the room. You may have noticed we've covered a variety of Superman eras. Superman, and DC Comics as a whole, have gone through multiple retcons.
Golden Age, Silver Age, Pre-Crisis, Post-Crisis, New 52, Rebirth,
Midlife crisis?
and so on.
It would help to know which one is the main Superman, right? Well, they all are.
Yeah, the latest reboots basically said everything in the main series is kinda canon, even when he had wacky powers like changing his appearance with a super muscular control. Ew. I guess he can still phase through almost anything, even people.
Look, if you really dig into
So if you're gonna apply all of the stuff that he can do to the fight, this is gonna be amazing to see because I have no idea. I'm leaning towards Goku from how powerful Goku is, but Superman's definitely gonna put up a crazy fight because he seems to be crazy overpowered as well.
this isn't new. Plenty of characters have recalled events from supposedly retcon timelines before.
Yeah, post-crisis Supes did start as less powerful than in pre-crisis, but that was because of the mental blocks.
Though he's not a complete composite, there's so many other Supermen out there.
Future Superman, Big Robot Superman, Commie Superman, Dinosaur Superman.
Is he able to like summon them or ask them for help so they can all come to help fight Goku? That would definitely help his chances.
There's a bunch.
Still, this new canon has affected his abilities. For example, he and other Kryptonians can effortlessly travel through time. And while Superman's powers stem from the Earth's yellow sun, exposure to a blue star increases them even further. In fact, upon visiting a white star, he attained a whole new level of power.
When that old baldy Lex teleported him to another galaxy, Superman just popped back up, saying space-time has lost its meaning for him. He really just said that.
Remember, Superman defies physics.
Like when he used heat vision to restart the universe by making an all-new Big Bang.
We've seen
What? That happened? Okay, Goku destroyed the universe, right? That was like, what was it, 1,500 times the size of ours? Or was it galaxy? If Superman's able to create them? Wait, this is gonna be insane.
that his universe has a radius of at least 100 trillion light years, but we can calculate a more exact figure. The DC universe is 15 billion years old and expands at 60 trillion light years per half second. This means its radius must be over 50 nonillion light years across.
What? That's 31 zeros, and Soups helped make that happen.
Well, about 1/5 of it. That's still immense power, but if you want something bigger, here's the Anti-Monitor blasting Golden Age Superman with all the energy of the antimatter universe. And then Superman,
Punched him so hard it kickstarted another one of those reboots.
Now, Superman does have...
What? He was being shot with all the energy in the universe and it didn't do anything? He might actually win this. This is nuts. I wish I could see the dislike ratio on this because I'm thinking people are probably going to lean towards Goku. So if I saw there was a ton of dislikes, that'd probably mean that Goku lost.
weaknesses. There's kryptonite, of course, and exposure to red starlight can fade his powers over time.
Not all at once. He has been able to move planets around while under a red star, so...
And everyone knows Superman can't deal with magic, but it's more accurate to say he doesn't have any special resistances to it.
Did they go through Goku's weaknesses? I don't think so. Does that mean he doesn't have any? If he doesn't have any, he might have the upper hand here. Because, like, what if, I don't know, maybe there's some Krypton still in the universe somewhere. Or maybe they could go to a different, if they could both fly through, like, timelines or whatever. What if they go to a universe where Krypton was never destroyed? And then he can go to Krypton and get some kryptonite, you know?
He's defeated plenty of magic users before, even Shazam.
Superman challenges the idea that absolute power corrupts absolutely. He's the goodest good guy of them all, but there is nuance to being good, even if he is the ultimate power fantasy, unstoppable and incorruptible.
Such as when he took on the World Forger, one of the most powerful reality shapers in all of creation.
Who was in the sixth dimension, crafting a whole new multiverse to replace the one Clark calls home. Who's gonna stop him?
Superman could, and the Forger knew it. So he was trapped on a world with a sun so distant he could never escape. Or so the Forger thought.
Instead, Clark found the strength he needed to fly at that sun, dip through a ton of stars, KO the World Forger, and shatter his new multiverse with a single punch. Because that's Superman.
The World Forger should have just destroyed that sun. Then he probably would have been stuck.
Simple solution to overwhelming problems.
He's the kind of person to save a cat from a tree, answer Christmas cards from strangers, and tow hundreds of planets to a new galaxy all in the same day. What's not to like?
Truth and justice has no better champion than the Man of Steel.
I think some people don't like him because he's so overpowered as a superhero that there's not really much competition or there's not really much challenge. And, you know, it's hard to make a movie out of that. Now, I love the Superman movie that I was talking about with Henry Cavill because, you know, it started out was he was younger and it started out with him kind of there was challenge. They did really good at making a challenge because if there's no challenge, there's no movie. But, you know, from these comic books, he's insanely overpowered.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Who's gonna win? I'm thinking Goku, but from Superman's abilities, at least from the comics, I was not aware of how powerful he was. So I have no clue. He seems way too overpowered. Let's find out, I guess. That's a cool animation.
Today's the day. We'll finally settle who's stronger.
For a second, like, I was thinking that we're not going to even see any fight. It was just going to be a blur the whole time.
If you say so.
So yeah, Goku, what did they say that when he's at the top form, that he can react or respond to whatever someone's going to do and avoid it? So in that case, like, he's basically guaranteed to win from that. He can't see what's going on, just smoke everywhere. Look at that, he's just gone.
You're holding back.
Because he can teleport wherever he wants, right? To, like, right beside someone. So It's just beating the piss out of him.
No regrets.
And I don't even think he's at like any of his top levels. Oh, here we go. Superman finally got a hit in. Oh, he's going. He went ninja and dyed his hair blue.
What you say to me, you little shit?
Dang, son.
How are you not in fucking school?
And that's true that Superman, remember it said he had the whole energy of the universe blasted at him and it didn't do anything. So that makes, oh, this is so crazy. I don't know who's going to win. If you have the whole energy of the universe blasted at you, that means that whatever Goku is using, you know, whatever power he's using, it's probably not equal to the entire energy of the universe. Oh, the 1-inch punch, that Bruce Lee punch.
Oops. Well, I guess we can wish it back later.
World made of cardboard. All right, I'll show you just how powerful I really am.
Oh no. I think Superman might actually pull through on this.
This looks like a job for...
Did he just go through like a different universe or something? What the frick was that? I'm thinking Superman won this.
Well, what do you think?
That was awesome. Nice suit.
Oh, thanks. Kryptonian fabric. My mom made it for me.
Oh, did he go into a higher mode now? Is this the top mode? Have they both fought against like other gods or whatever? Because I think that was mentioned that Goku had. But then, you know, Superman was against the World Destroyer and all these other people who seem like they are, you know. So what if it's a tie? That'd be pretty cool. Just cut all the mountains in half. What ability was that? What the frick is he doing? Flying into the suns? What's going on here? Is he getting power from them or something?
Finally.
Oh, he's going! This is an amazing video. Now, is Superman going to be affected at all from this? Because remember, he was able to take the whole force of the universe, or power from the universe, focused at him, and he still survived. Look at it, it's doing nothing. It's doing nothing. It's doing nothing to him. Oh, this is amazing. They destroy the universe. For punching from punching like this, I wouldn't be surprised if you'd break a couple of bones. They fractured time itself.
Huh? Ah, darn it.
He died. Superman was way too overpowered. I actually come surprised by that.
Almost had me there. That was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, it sure was. But I'll be stronger next time.
I look forward to it.
What is that? Like different timelines?
Let's go again.
You're on.
That was a nice ending.
KO! That
Okay, I was kind of not expecting that, but then hearing that Superman could take the whole, power of the universe and not do anything to him, that did kind of make me think he would have a pretty good chance of winning. But I was still expecting kind of Goku to win as it went into this. But yeah, Superman just wrecked him. Wrecked him? Darn near killed him.
Sit! The final, indisputable answer! Who am I kidding? People are gonna argue this one forever.
There's so many ways this battle could go, especially with all the other continuities.
Yeah, for real, Goku would kick almost every other Superman's ass, except for the main one.
There's a lot to cover, so let's address the 5 categories most representative of this fight.
First up, strength. Both could hit hard enough to break or make their whole universe, or take it in stride, like when Superman got smacked by the whole antimatter universe.
At most, Dragon Ball's universe is 1,505 times larger than our own, but
Wow. So that was the universe, not just like the galaxy. Because I was thinking it was a galaxy for a second.
based on the DC Universe's officially established age and rate of expansion, it is 1.6 vigintillion times larger.
Whoa! So the DC universe, which Superman's from, you know, if he was able to take the whole power of the universe, blast it at him, and survive, and their universe is this much bigger than ours, that definitely makes him more powerful.
Over a novemdecillion times more than Goku's.
At some point, you reach a number high enough that it just doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah, I don't know what the frig
Goku's
November
obviously gotten
decillionth
stronger
means.
Since the Beerus fight, even by billions or trillions of times, he's defeated Jiren, Broly, Moro, and Fu.
But even if we highball Goku by quadrillions or quintillions of times, the gap is just too much, especially with the World Forger feat. Not even Heroes competes with that. Superman takes the edge in strength.
But strength isn't everything. Let's talk speed. Both are obviously way faster than light, but Superman crossed that mega-sized universe of his in seconds and flew faster than infinity.
Yeah, you fly faster than infinity. What does that even mean? So, I think that means you might have the upper hand in terms of speed.
Makes sense, he can keep up with the Flash, whose speed is so ludicrous it's unquantifiable.
Don't count Goku out, though. Flying across the entire afterlife in base form and outspeeding Eos's future sight takes some crazy speed.
Fighting Zamasu as an omnipresent merged timeline also implies immeasurable speeds.
That, combined with instant transmission and Ultra Instinct, could probably keep up.
Maybe. Quantifiably, Superman is faster, but both are immeasurable.
So you could just put them as a tie, and then Superman still, you know, has the upper hand.
The safest bet here is to say they tie in speed.
Especially
Yeah.
when we look at skill. Goku's a martial arts master. He's definitely got better battle instincts. He wants to fight and is dedicated to his training, while Superman sees training as a means to an end.
Yeah, and Superman wasn't raised as a fighter, as he would have been if he actually lived on Krypton, but he's just a hero. Now, he may have skill and have learned how to fight, but it's not like he's been fighting all of his life. So I would actually say that for the fighting techniques, probably Goku is the superior.
Superman's knowledge in pressure point combat and Kryptonian martial arts are impressive, but he's only used them a few times. It would be disingenuous to say he's an equivalent master at them.
So Goku wins in skill, but not necessarily in experience.
Don't get
No? I mean, Goku's fought a lot of people. How does he not win for experience? Superman has fought a lot of people, but it's not like he's been using karate and all this. He's so overpowered that it doesn't seem like it's much of a challenge or need for him to use all his karate or, you know, his skill.
it wrong, Superman is not a mindless brawler. He's trained with Batman and Wonder Woman. He's even defeated martial arts experts like Cobra without powers.
Goku has spent decades training, but Superman battled Norse demons for 1,000 years.
He's also astonishingly brilliant, like when he reassembled the reality warping miracle machine from memory. Experience obviously goes to Superman, but
I would say that one I don't know, at least for fighting, I would say Goku has to win that. But then again, yeah, I guess he did fight the Norse demons or whatever for thousands of years. Okay, I don't know. I would say that was for maybe half-half, I would say.
perhaps
Or a
less
tie.
obvious is our last category, powers.
Hakai, Spirit Bomb, Mafuba, Instant Transmission, God Key, God Bind. How does Goku not win with those?
In Dragon Ball, Ki is dependent on physical ability, so it's different from Magic. God Ki is simply pure Ki, and Magic isn't an auto win against Superman anyway, whose greater strength could break out of something like the God Bind.
Mafuba and the Spirit Bomb would take way too long, and Goku's never successfully used Hakai before. Even if he did land it, Superman's impossible to erase from reality. Like, he's tanked Omega Beams, which do the same thing as Hakai.
Superman can time travel, countering instant transmission's similar ability from Heroes, and
And Superman can take the entire power of the universe or energy of the universe, whatever, blast it at him and not be affected. And his universe is like, what was it? Some crazy number bigger than ours and crazy number bigger than Goku's. So that makes him like OP.
Regarding teleporting him to a red star, ignoring the fact that Saiyans can't breathe in space, though Goku's certainly tough enough to withstand a vacuum, instant transmission requires another person to act as a beacon. He can't just warp to any red star.
Even if he did, Superman could simply fly away and find a blue or white star for a supercharge.
And Goku could not pull off the same trick twice, as Superman could phase through his attacks.
So that's it then. Clark has
I would agree. I think the experience should be half-half. But even in that case, Superman would still come out with 2, you know, and Goku only 1.
too many counters, so he takes the edge in powers and it's over.
Well, I think there's something else. Goku versus Superman reaches a broader zeitgeist. It's more than just 2 characters fighting. For a whole generation, especially in 90s America, superheroes represented an unyielding status quo. Spider-Man, Batman, Captain America rarely change who they are or what they believe in. For a lot of people, that's tiring, and Superman is an icon of that. Then along came anime. There was a whole other world of ideas and stories for us sheltered Westerners to experience, and Goku's an icon of that. So while many
What does that have to do with the fight, though?
see this as a debate between characters, others see it as a debate of ideologies and culture. And if that's what's at stake, who wants Goku to lose?
You're sure you're not overthinking this?
Yeah, I mean, this is not a fight about morals, okay? This is a fight over strength and abilities. This isn't about morals.
It's not our intent, but it does call into question what we're doing. How can people agree with what we take as fact when fiction relies on interpretation? Are we stripping characters of their importance by simplifying them to contestants in a vacuum of violence? And if so, then what's the point?
Because it's fun, Wiz. Damn it, man. There's more than one way to appreciate something.
This was fun. I think this is probably the best battle and the most fun that I've had for a death battle. Like, the fight, this was sick. This was so sick. I loved it.
We're having a great time talking about awesome characters and slamming action figures together. And that's okay.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just saying, no matter who you prefer, that battle was super, man.
That's the worst pun.
What? It fits them both.
It's so lame.
I don't see you doing any better.
I do the math, the pun's your job.
Girls, you're both beautiful. Anyway, hope you guys liked this video. I think it was sick. I really think the fight was amazing. It was so fun. Do I agree with the outcome? I would say that their logic, like I said, that I think Goku and Superman, it should be a tie for the, I think it was the experience. But in terms of their power, from at least the comics and whatever, Superman just seems to be way too overpowered, like ridiculously overpowered. So I guess it makes sense why he won this. But I think Goku looks cooler. I think I prefer Goku because I think Superman's just so overpowered. But yeah, it is what it is. Hope you guys like this. If you did, give it a thumbs up, all that. I'll see you guys next time.